Today's sermon, as part of BBC's ongoing Rooted in Faith, What Baptists Believe series, is on the topic of the separation of church and state, a topic of vital importance in our day and age, which is hopelessly divided, with friendships and even family units breaking apart along partisan lines. Perhaps not since the 1960s have we seen such political upheaval and civil unrest in our country. We live in a nation divided. In moments like these, it's tempting to draw hard lines in the sand and to assume that God is firmly on our side and not the side of others, whoever they may be. But this mindset isn't new. In fact, it was present even in Jesus' day. In Mark chapter 12, verse 17, when asked a politically charged question meant to trap Jesus, he doesn't endorse a party line or a political faction, but instead simply replies, "Give back to Caesar what is God's, and to God what is God's." It's a brilliant answer, not just because it avoids the trap of the religious leaders, but because it reminds us of something much deeper. That God isn't a mascot for our ideology or a rubber stamp of approval of our national priorities. His image is not on any coin, but it's on us. We are made in the image of God, and our loyalty must lie ultimately with Him above all. The folk singer Bob Dylan, who many considered a prophetic voice in the 1960s, once captured the danger of wrapping divine approval around national aims in his haunting song, "With God on Our Side." As he recounts a history of war and conflict, he reflects on how each generation that came before him believed that God was backing their cause, no matter how violent or morally complicated it may have been. As I recite this song to you, listen to the lyrics and take note of the biting sarcasm Dylan uses to make the point that God doesn't take sides. He loves all people. "Oh, my name, it ain't nothing. My age, it means less. The country I come from is called the Midwest. I was taught and brought up there the laws to abide, and that the land that I live in has God on its side. Oh, the history books tell it, they tell it so well. The cavalry's charged, the Indians fell. The cavalry's charged, the Indians died. Oh, the country was young, with God on its side. The Spanish-American War had its day, and the Civil War too was soon laid away. And the names of the heroes I was made to memorize, with guns in their hands and God on their side. The First World War, boys, it came and it went. The reason for fighting I never did get, but I learned to accept it with pride, for you don't count the dead when God's on your side. The Second World War came to an end. He forgave the Germans, and then we were friends. Though they murdered 6 million in the ovens they fried, the Germans now too have God on their side. I learned to hate the Russians all through my whole life. If another war comes, it's them we must fight. To hate them and fear them, to run and to hide, and accept it all bravely with God on my side. But now we've got weapons of chemical dust. If fire them we're forced to, then fire them we must. One push of the button, and they shot the world wide, and you never ask questions when God's on your side. Through many dark hours, I've been thinking about this, that Jesus Christ was betrayed by a kiss. But I can't think for you. You'll have to decide whether Judas Iscariot had God on his side. So now as I'm leaving, I'm weary as hell. The confusion I'm feeling ain't no tongue can tell. The words fill my head and they fall to the floor, that if God's on our side, He'll stop the next war.